and welcome to NHL Best Bets. Yesterday we picked two hot games from the Eastern Division and maybe the league's two hottest teams, New York Islanders and Washington Capitals played. Both teams won 9 out of their last 10 games, and the Islanders had also 9 games winning streak, but that was halted by good game and good play by Washington. They won the game 3-1, and we won our bet with good odds. Then Boston visited Pittsburgh, tight game, 2-1 for Boston. They scored in third period this game winner, and even though Pittsburgh won the shots, Boston won the game, and that was loss in our bet. Tommy, how you saw these games?
Very good games as expected, both of them. Maybe a little bit disappointing in Pittsburgh for the Penguins. They beat Boston first quite easily last 2 nights ago, and now we're looking for another one, but didn't manage to beat the rookie goaltender. First game in the NHL, Dan Vladar kept Penguins at 1 goal despite a couple of chances in the power play. Of course, we were expecting Crosby and Malkin to step up and lead their team. This time it didn't happen, and Boston took the deserved victory after a very close battle. So a little bit disappointing with these odds. We played Penguins and we're believing that they are able to score a couple of goals, but it was not meant to be. But a good win for Boston. They've struggled a bit lately, so they probably get a boost from this victory. Then in Washington, the game was exactly as we expected. Very close battle. Only in the third period, it kind of went into Washington's way more. It was very low shots, 22 per team only, and 3-1 score is pretty much reflecting how it was. Capitals capitalized in their power play 2 times. Very good power play from both teams actually in the game. So in overall, very even matchup, but Capitals is just that much better team that they managed to win this 3-1, and also excellent odds. And luckily, it was the one that we had correct and got some green in the overall as well.
Yeah, there were some of these big favorites last night that we discussed yesterday. Colorado woke up later in the game and won Anaheim 8-4. And Tampa Bay also beat Dallas after shootout in Stanley Cup rematch 4-3. But Detroit upset Carolina at home. And it's always good to remember that these low odds are not maybe the best bets, even though there is some value for the big favorites.
Yeah, Detroit played really well the last game also against Carolina. They only lost 1-2, and this was an indication that Detroit is a little bit waking up. Maybe they found some offense now against Carolina, and like you said, no easy games in NHL, and this is a good indication that when you have these very short odds, very low odds, it's not always worth it. Then on the other hand, if you take a look at how Colorado played, this is a good indication for them that they got their offense going. They scored a lot of goals. Maybe not exactly as clearly a better team, but it's very good for them to get their offense going. They've been struggling in that department. And also have to point out, New Jersey Devils finally got their victory. There is a very happy Devils fan now in Atlanta. I think he lives now. So congratulations for the Devils cutting this long streak of losing. And I think we are going to see some better games from Devils as well. Buffalo, on the other hand, sinking without a trace. There is not much going for them, but we'll see how they manage to climb up from that hole.
Another game that went pretty much how we expected was played in St. Paul. Minnesota won Arizona 3-0. Kaapo Kähkönen played very well, made a shot out there, and this game was again under like it has been in previous matchups. So no surprises in state of hockey.
Now it gets to be like a very casual thing to shut out these teams from Kaapo Kähkönen. So I think we are yet to see the best from Minnesota team. Of course, Arizona is not the best of the teams to compete in this division, but I think Minnesota is now one of the hottest teams, and especially the way they play in the defense, it's a very hard team to beat. So interesting to see when they get to meet again these Colorados, Vegas, and St. Louis Blues.
Yeah, and these results clearly indicated that some of the teams that have been struggling a bit are now improving. Colorado and also, like you mentioned, Detroit from the bottom are maybe inching a bit by bit to upper levels, and then Minnesota is playing reasonably well, so they are the team to be fourth in West Division.
The longer the season goes, it will be like this. I think that the differences between the teams are evening up, and also in the North, we have to take a look at how Calgary is improving. They now won at home a couple of times, which they haven't really done, and also Ottawa has, of course, surprised during the season, but will also prove some problems for the top team. So when you play only within your division, every game is so important that it's something that also in betting wise you should keep an eye out, because it's not the normal regular season where you can you can lose to the teams in the other conference and it doesn't affect that much your standings. But this time around, all the games are really important.
And those important games continue tonight. There's a 6-game evening, and we have picked two of those to our list. First, Montreal plays second game in Winnipeg. They won first one 2 nights ago, 4-2, and even though Winnipeg outshot them, and now there is a second game of this series, and with good odds, 112 plus, we have found good value in Winnipeg. They should be the favorite, but they are underdog in sportsbooks odds. And then LA Kings have finally get out of Denver, so they are now playing the postponed game against St. Louis. We picked that 2 nights ago, things hasn't changed, so we pick it again, plus 129 odds for the home team. And St. Louis maybe will put a fight on, but this should be very even game, and with good odds for home team, we pick LA Kings here.
Yeah, again, nice picks with plus odds for both of the home teams. Winnipeg Jets played pretty well against Montreal in the last game they lost. It was quite even when you take a look at the shots. Winnipeg took a couple of shots more, could have also taken it to the overtime, but just couldn't score. So I think Jets have the upper hand now, bouncing back against Montreal. Of course, we've been playing against Montreal quite a bit, but we've been also successful in that. So let's hope that Jets can bounce back. Not much has changed since the last game. No injuries or no remarkable changes in any way. So I think Jets are a competitive team, still a bit underrated by the odds makers, at least according to the simulations, where we do have Winnipeg winning about 58% of the simulations, and the odds indicate somewhere along the lines of 48%. So a great value for a home underdog actually in this case. And same thing, Los Angeles Kings. We wanted to pick them last time. They got stuck in Denver. Hopefully, it was very happy for them that they did not get stuck in Vegas, because then we probably wouldn't have picked them this time around. But now, same explanations as we did last time. St. Louis Blues have had their issues. They're not playing that well defensively as they should. Kings have shown that with their veterans taking charge, they're able to beat any team in this league. They did lose to Colorado last time around on the road, but now back home against a team that is somewhat struggling. So I think Kings are a great bet at home. Blues also having these injury problems still, even if they got Tarasenko back, Colton Parayko, Robert Thomas, Jaden Schwartz likely out. So almost a full line of capable players out. So also going into King's advantage. Very great odds for the team here as well.
And then there is a third game that we picked 2 nights ago. Vancouver plays at Ottawa, and that was very tight game. Vancouver won at the end, but it could go either way. And I remember you mentioned that if this game is played again, you should bet home team with a good odds without heartbeat.
Yeah, that's the thing, that in the long run, these sort of odds are the ones that we're looking for. So go for it if you feel, if you have the faith in it. I think we do have about 50-50 chances there, so a good value for the home team.
How about our total bets? We've discussed last time that those have been providing good profits when the simulations have now been rocking with total bets. How about during the last games, and is there any games tonight that you would think to bet over or under?
Yeah, the record so far is excellent in the over-under, especially the last 30 bets we made, 26 correct and plus 2,600 profit according to if you count the odds. So excellent results, only 4 picks wrong, and it was 3 of them were last night. So let's hope that we keep on doing well. Tonight there were a couple of games again over in New York. It was the same as last time, Rangers and Flyers. It was 4-4. Of course, a little bit of a slow start there, but then started rocking in the end. So I think that's a good over 5.5 goals. In simulations, it's 65.3%. So both of these teams, not very good goaltending lately. Defensively, a little bit shaky, and their offense has now started to score. They've also been struggling earlier, especially Rangers, but scoring 4 goals last time probably gave them a boost as well. The young guys there should get their game going. And then if you take a look at one under that we have probably picked many times, is the Vegas game. So Vegas against San Jose at home. Vegas not scoring a lot of goals, winning a lot of games. San Jose up and down team, never sure what kind of a team arrives to play. So it's about 52% under 6 goals because the line is so high. I would go for that if we get proper odds for the under.
Sounds like we have a lot of good bets available. Let's see how those perform tonight, and we'll be back to review those games tomorrow.
See you, and have a good St. Patrick's Day.